I'm going to be ranking every single Season 6 promo card in NBA 2K23 My Team. We have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to F tier, and we have every single card to drop in Season 6 in a promo set, so no free cards or any lock-ins, but these are going to be all of the promo cards that did drop in Season 6, and I'll be ranking them from tiers S all the way down to F tier. So let me know in the comment section down below, what are some of your favorite cards to use? Maybe not best cards, but what are your guys' favorite cards to be using right now in Season 6? And just from Season 6, let me know your guys' MVP. I'll let you guys know at the end of the video who my MVP was of Season 6. But yeah, first card here is going to be the Pink Diamond Mo Bamba. I do got to go through these cards fairly fast. I can't really go too detailed, about every single card. We got about 125 cards to go over that were all released in the in Season 6, for promo sets. Mo Bamba, though, great defender, 7 foot with a 7'10" wingspan, pretty athletic, great defender. Also like how he can play the power forward position. AK-47, I think you still got to go somewhere in A tier. I don't believe he's going to be an S tier card. There's just so many amazing cards that did drop in Season 6, but for now, I think you got to go AK at least in the A tier category. Still one of the best two-way cards in my team at that small forward position. Christian Braun, I'm gonna say probably C or D tier. He's not terrible, so I'm gonna go C tier. He might get moved down though later in the video. Shane Battier, another B tier card, just super well rounded. Really doesn't have any necessarily flaws. He just plays good defense. He can knock down a 3 and does have some pretty good dribble sigs. Allen Iverson going in the F tier category. I don't think there's really, any debate for that one. He's 6'1" as a card in general, but he can only play that small forward and that power forward position. Manute Bol, best card in my team, best card to drop in Season 6. Obviously has to go in the S tier category. I don't think there's really any debate about him being an S tier. Now, I guess you could make somewhat of a debate. Maybe Yao Ming's a better card, or maybe Invincible T-Mac, but I think everybody would agree that the Hero Lock and Manute Bol is the best card right now in the game. 7'7", can play the center and power forward position, so that's super helpful. If we get another crazy tall card, we already have Yao Ming, but if we were to get some crazy overpowered card that only could play center, now we can move Manute Bol to the power forward position. Does have an 8'5" wingspan, one of the best player models in the game, and legit, no joke, this card can play pretty much, until we get to those end game level cards where like everybody has the best jump shot, best sigs, but all the time that there's invincibles in the game, Manute Bol will still most likely play on the best team in the game and just be a very usable card for pretty much the entire year. Next card is going to be Ben Simmons. I think Ben's probably got to be an S tier. I do think he's a top 2 point guard in the game. I have him at number 1 just because of his defense, his size, his athleticism. I think he is the best point guard, so I think if you're the best point guard, you got to go in the S tier category. DeMarcus Cousins, I would say probably B tier. Like, he's not a bad card, he's just solid. I might move Christian Braun down to D, and then I might go Boogie in C tier, because he's a solid card. Like, he plays good defense, has a solid release. Just maybe wish he was a little bit better of a defender, and maybe had a slightly better jump shot. Bol, another obvious S tier card. 7'2" at the small forward position, 7'7" wingspan, has a good jump shot, great dribble sigs, and all around pretty much perfect stats and badges. Isaac Bonga, I'm gonna throw B tier. 6'8" at the point guard position, has a super quick jump shot. Pretty much all you need to know about Isaac Bonga, I would say B tier. The Dark Matter Bol, I have both the versions, so I'll have the normal Ben Simmons, I have the Hero Bol, and the Interdimensional. Just wanted to show you guys, all of the cards that did drop in Season 6, so whether they have, 2 cards, maybe some cards might even have 3 on here, they're still going to be all on the tier list, and I think both Bols definitely have to be in the S tier category. There's a slight difference between the cards, but both going to be equally as overpowered and definitely in the S tier category. Big Z, I would put in A tier because of his size. 7'3", can play the small forward shooting guard position. Just so overpowered of a card, and a guy that you can really run so many lineups of, just lineups because of this card. So Big Z, I think, is going to be in the A tier category. Ben Simmons, now, I will say his hero is definitely an S tier, but I think his Dark Matter might be in the A tier category, because if you look at the card, right, if you look at the Dark Matter Titans, only a 75 3-ball and no shooting badges in the game, where if you look at the hero one, he's going to have a 91 3-ball, and he is going to have, tons of good Hall of Fame shooting badges and a couple on gold as well. So I think for now, I'm going to throw the Dark Matter Ben Simmons in A tier. Still very elites because of his defense's size, but I think for now, I want to have the hero Ben Simmons in S, and then the normal Titans version in the A tier category. Next card's going to be Bruce Brown, sorry. I would say probably D tier. Another Christian Braun type of shooting guard card. Nothing too crazy about them. They're not terrible. They're just also not that great of a card. Sean Bradley, I'm going to throw a D tier. Yes, he's got 59 speed, and he's such a tall giant, and he's very usable in game because of his, size, 7'6" with a 7'5" wingspan. It's just like 25 3 balls, super low. Obviously can't shoot with that. So, I mean, he's a giant card. It's really hard to rank a guy like Sean Bradley, but I'd probably throw him in the D tier category alongside Malachi Branham. Just another Christian Braun, Bruce Bowen type of card. Just nothing great at that shooting guard position. Karis LeVert, I would say same thing. D tier is going to be mostly just not F tier cards. Like, they're not Allen Iverson where, basically unusable, like very unusable. But they're not going to be like the Marcus Cousins level where, Boogie's definitely still a really good card in the game at his position. Vince Carter, I think this one's a really hard card to rank. I think for now, I'm just going to keep him in the A tier category. I think he might go up to S tier later in the video. I want to see like how many cards I'm going to have in S tier, but Vince Carter, so elite on offense, an amazing jump shot, really good dribble sigs. I mean, I would say Vince Carter probably goes at least in the A tier category, possibly even S tier. Chet Holmgren, same tier as Bol. Pretty much the exact same card. Really does come down to preference of who you think's the better small forward. I do prefer Bol by a tiny bit, but that really comes down to preference. Both going to be some of the most overpowered and just glitchy cards in the game. Chuck Nivette, I think you have to go F tier because at least Sean Bradley has the speed where he can be somewhat usable, but Chuck is 25 speed, 25 acceleration, 25 3 ball. I mean, that's pretty much unusable in game, so I do think Chuck Nivette gonna have to be in the F tier category. Kobe White, I'll say D tier. I mean, not a bad point guard, just nothing too crazy good at the point guard position. The normal DeMarcus Cousins, the heroic version, obviously going to be in the C tier category alongside his hero version. I will say Cedric Maxwell, at least B tier. I'm gonna keep him in B for now. I do think he's got an amazing jump shot with the O'Shea base, the Rudy Gay upper on very quick timing. Like, this jump shot is super knockdown. And then he's also got the Melo size up. He's got the Steph Curry escape, Dame behind the back, quick drops off one. A really good offensive small forward. I just really wish he could play the shooting guard position so he had like more size, at the position you do run him at. But I think for now, gonna be in the B tier category. Chris Mullin, I'm gonna go C tier. I don't think he's a bad card. He's definitely really good all around. I just think he's probably going to be in C tier. Has a good jump shot, but that's pretty much it. Luol Deng, easy B tier card for sure. I think he's on that Cedric Maxwell type of level. Just maybe a little bit better than Shane Battier. Great defender, 6'9", and can play that shooting guard spot, and also does have elite level dribble sigs. Ousmane Dieng, another B tier card. I think it's pretty easy to rank a lot of these point guards like Isaac Bonga, Ousmane Dieng, all very similar. I mean, Dieng 6'10" at the point guard position, plays good defense. All you really need to know about Ousmane Dieng. Dirk Nowitzki, I think, is actually super underrated. I might throw him in the A tier category. I think Dirk is so good at power forward. He's got an amazing jump shot, 7'1", and still one of the better offensive power forwards in the game. So I'm gonna actually throw Dirk Nowitzki in that A tier category. Lou Dort, maybe like Kobe White type of level, just really not going to be that great of a point guard. Drazen Petrovic, another D tier. I feel like there's going to be a lot of cards in D, guys that are just not terrible but also not good in game. Dwight Howard, I'm gonna throw probably in maybe the B tier category. I think Dwight still got great defense, great size in the power forward position. Is he on the Dirk level? I think maybe. So I'll go Dwight Howard in the A tier category alongside Dirk. Dyson Daniels, not bad. I'm gonna throw him in B tier. I think he's very similar to like an Isaac Bonga, Ousmane Dieng, another just really good tall defensive point guard for that budget price tag. Elgin Baylor, I think you also got to go B tier. Like, if we got Isaac Bonga, if we got Dyson Daniels in the B tier category, I think Elgin Baylor also got to be there as well. Patrick Ewing, I think he's not terrible. I'm gonna go Patrick Ewing probably in B tier. I'm not sure if he's A just because of that jump shot, but I still think he's got great size at the center position. 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan. Can also play power forward. Super athletic card, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 92 vertical, 97 strength. He's an amazing defender, 98 block, 92 steal, 93 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's got almost every single Hall of Fame defensive badge. It's just his jump shot that really does let the card down. Just a super slow release that's really hard to get off in time, but I will say Patrick Ewing probably still somewhere in the B tier category. Marco Fultz, same tier as a Lou Dort, same tier as a Kobe White. Just really not that great of a budget point guard. Marc Gasol, easy A tier card, no question. Such an amazing all-around center card and can also play power forward. Good jump shot, plays good defense, and actually fairly fast for a Marc Gasol card. George Mierson, I think the hero version probably goes in D tier alongside Sean Bradley because at least he can shoot the 3-ball. Yes, he's got 25 speed, 25 acceleration, but at least he can shoot the 3-ball and is somewhat of a threat on the offensive end. Gus Williams, I might go F tier. I mean, he's what, 6'1" or 6 foot? I don't really remember his height, but he's just not that great of a card. 6'2" at the point guard position, 6'3" wingspan, gonna be a liability on defense. Jump shots, not even that good. Dribble 6 really aren't that good either. Yeah, I think Gus Williams is just going to be Allen Iverson, but at the point guard position. I will say George Mierson is going to have to be, the normal George Mierson is going to have to be an F tier. I know he's 7'7". I know he's got a 7'11" wingspan, but he can't shoot a 3-ball, has no speed, no acceleration. So the reason why the hero one is in the D tier category and this one's an F tier is because this one actually has a 3-ball, so more of a threat on the offensive end. Jalen Green, I'm going to throw probably in the same tier as Patrick Ewing. A really good offensive point guard, great at getting to the basket, has amazing dunk packages, but that jump shot's a little bit questionable and not the best defender in the world. Grant Williams, I'm gonna say D tier. Just solid all-around card. I'm gonna go Jaden Hardy actually in C tier. I think he's very underrated at the point guard position because other than his height, he is such a great all-around card. Yes, he's only 6'3", but he does have a 6'8" wingspan, and his stats and his badges, besides the 47 block, are super elite. Like, he's got tons of Hall of Fame playmaking badges. His jump shot's actually really, really good with the John Stockton base, the Steph Curry upper, on very quick time. He's got great dribble 6. I mean, I don't know if he's on the Elgin Baylor, Isaac Bonga, Dyson Daniels level, but I think you got to go Jaden Hardy probably somewhere in C tier. Hassan Whiteside, I would say also in C tier, a little bit worse than like a Mo Bamba, Patrick Ewing at the center position, but really good for his price tag of only about 5,000 MT. Hito Turkoglu, I might go A tier. I think you got to go A tier for both Hitos. I think they're slightly better than Jalen Green and all the point guards in B tier. And this Hero Hito Turkoglu is still debatably a top 5 point guard in the game and definitely top 10. 6'10" at the point guard spot. Has an amazing jump shot and also great size. So I do think Hito Turkoglu gonna be somewhere in the A tier category. Iguodala, am I crazy to say C tier? I think Iggy's good. I just don't like his jump shot. I know he plays good defense. I know he's great at getting to the basket, but I would take all the point guards in B tier over him. And Jaden Hardy, I really don't think is that crazy of a comparison to make that they're on the same tier. Jalen Rose, I'm going to go high B tier for now. I do like Jalen Rose a little bit more than Jalen Green. You know, Usman, Dieng, Dyson Daniels. I'm not sure if he's on the same tier as a Hito Turkoglu and all of those great cards in A tier. So I think for now, I'm going to just keep Jalen Rose in the B tier category. Jay Crowder, I mean, maybe C tier. I don't know, like, he plays good defense, he's a good two-way card, but I'd probably say somewhere in the D tier category, similar to, once again, like a Bruce Bowen, a Christian Braun, those type of shooting guard cards. Jalen Williams, I think is C tier. I think Jalen Williams is actually not that bad of a card. Like, when he first came out, I thought he was actually really solid. Yes, he's only 6'6" at the shooting guard position, 6'9" wingspan, but I think he's on, like, that Chris Mullin level. Like, I don't think Chris Mullin is really that much better than a Jalen Williams, so I'm gonna throw him somewhere in C tier. I would definitely take him over the Drazen Petrovic's, the Karis LeVert. Actually, you know what? I'm going Karis LeVert in C tier. I think LeVert's a lot better than a lot of those cards in D tier. Jason Williams, throw him in F tier. Absolutely terrible of a card, unless you do like Jason Williams. Jeff Green, I would say C tier for Jeff Green. Like, he still plays good defense. He's great to get into the basket and does have a solid jump shot. So I would put Jeff Green somewhere in C tier. Antoine Jameson, do you go C or do you go B? I mean, he still plays good defense, 6'8" at the 2, 7'4" wingspan, has the, I think it's the Kyle Korver base and the Carmelo Anthony upper, so actually does have a really good jump shot on very quick timing. Just wish he had some better dribble sig so he could create a little bit more on the offensive end, but Antoine Jameson gonna be in my B tier category. J.R. Smith, I would say probably also in B tier. I'm not sure if he's good. I'm not sure if he's as good as Hito Turkoglu. I think he's probably going to be in B tier. Still great on the offensive end. I think him and Jalen Rose are very, very similar at the point guard position. Joel Embiid, I would say another B tier card. A really good dark matter compared to some of these pink diamonds, but And jump shot a little bit questionable, but still Joel super athletic, plays great defense, and has great size at that power forward position. Nikola Jokic, easy S tier card, no question. I'd put both his out of position and his hero version as well in the S tier category. I mean, 6'11" at that point guard position, has the new upper, which is the Oscar Robertson upper compared to his Galaxy Opal version. So he's got an amazing jump shot now, one of the better point guard releases. 6'11", like I said, at the point guard spot, plays elite level defense, and actually can move very well for a 6'11" card. Joel Embiid, I think he's going to be on the same tier as his hero version. Nothing too special with both those cards, but I think you got to throw him at least in the B tier category. Joe Ingles, another B tier guy. Dyson Daniels, Isaac Bonga, Ousmane Dieng type of level, I would say, you know, for those kind of budget point guards. Josh Jackson, I'm gonna go C tier. Kind of on that like Karis LeVert, Jalen Williams type of level. Like, he's a solid budget too. Like, he's 6'8" with a 6'8" wingspan. Jump shots okay, maybe could be a little bit better. Paul George size up, John Wall escape, or, you know, solid dribble six, nothing too crazy, just all around a decent budget shooting guard. So I do think he's going to be in that C tier category. Dark Matter Kawhi, I would say Kawhi is probably still B tier. He's still a great defender, one of the best on-ball defenders in my team. I just don't think you can throw him in the A tier category at this point of the year. And same thing with Kevin Durant. I think they both got to be in B tier. They are slightly better than like the Jeff Greens. You know, I think they're better than those type of cards in the small forward position, but they're definitely not on the AK-47, you know, Vince Carter type of level that they would be in A tier. Keldon Johnson, I just don't think he's really that good. Maybe on that like Christian Braun, once again, Bruce Bowen, Jay Carter type of level at the shooting guard spot. Cat, I would throw maybe in C tier. Very similar to with DeMarcus Cousins, where they're not going to be great defensively, but still provide you with some sort of offense. So I'll throw Cat and DeMarcus Cousins in C tier. KG, I kind of want to go S. I really want to go S tier for KG. I think I'm gonna keep him in A tier just for now. I think most likely, like I said, he will go in the S tier category alongside Vince, but for now, I'm gonna keep him in the A tier category. An elite defender, still one of the best in the game. Kelly Oubre Jr., I'm gonna throw in C tier. Very similar to like a Josh Jackson, Jalen Williams, you know, Karis LeVert, just all around solid budget shooting guards. Kevin Durant, the hero version, going to be on the same tier as his Supersonic, pretty much the exact same card. KPJ, I'm gonna go B tier alongside like the Isaac Bongas, you know, the Jalen Roses of the world, the Ousmane Diengs. I think he's still one of the better offensive point guards in the game, has an elite level jump shot, and also very solid dribble saves. Kyle Kuzma, I mean, you could debate A. I think you could definitely debate A tier. I'm debating A. I think I'm gonna keep him in B tier for now. He's got one of the better jump shots, very similar to like a KPJ, one of the best jump shots for his position, great offensively. I think I'm gonna go B tier for now. I'm gonna go B tier for now and see if I do want to put him in the A tier category. Obviously, his elemental one will be in the B tier category as well. Zach LaVine, throw him in the F tier category. Absolutely. I mean, okay, he's C tier, but he's really terrible, honestly. Rashard Lewis, I would say D tier. I don't like Rashard Lewis at all. I think he's kind of terrible. I'm not going to lie. Luka Doncic, I think you got to give him S, right? Just because of his offensive ability. Still one of the best offensive cards in my team, especially at the point guard position. I think he's on that Ben Simmons and on that Nikola Jokic level that I do think he's in the S tier category. Manu Ginobili, I'm going to go B tier. Same thing with his hero version. I think they're very similar to like the J.R. Smith is. The J.R. Smith, you know, Jalen Rose. I would say they're all around that same tier, going to be in the B tier category. Yao Ming, whether it's the Titans version, whether it's the hero, whether it's even the Galaxy Opal, that's obviously not on the tier list, but still going to be so overpowered. And I think you definitely got to go Yao Ming at least, or not at least, but you definitely got to go Yao Ming in that S tier category. Very comparable to a card like Manute Bol, just super overpowered and glitchy at that center position. Next card here is going to be Harold Miner's not bad. He's like KPJ level. Like, he's a really good budget point guard, you know, on that KPJ type of level in that B tier category. Mike Miller, I think maybe high C tier. I would say high C tier, like him and Chris Mullin, very similar at the shooting guard position. Going to be great offensive two guards. MJ, I would say his hero one is probably going to be an A tier for now. Top 5 point guard in the game. Not sure if he's in S tier. Still great offensively, has a good jump shot, really good at getting into the basket and play solid defense. Now his elemental one, on the other hand, I think is probably going to be somewhere in the C tier. maybe B tier category. I'll throw him low B tier for now alongside the Kevin Durant and the Kawhi Leonards of the world. Mo Bamba, I think you got to go same tier, obviously, as his hero version. Going to be a little bit of a difference with the speed. His hero does have a +7 speed, but not going to be that big of a difference in the long run. So I think both Mo Bambas got to go in the B tier category. Steve Nash, really not that good of a point guard card. Is he as bad as Jason Williams and Allen Iverson? Probably not. Like, he's 6'3" with a 6'6" wingspan, but can barely dunk the ball. I'm not sure if he can even dunk, so I'm gonna throw Steve Nash in, yeah, probably the F tier category. Lamar Odom, I'm gonna give C tier just because of his size, you know, being 6'10" at small forward, but realistically, not that great of a card. I just want to see how many cards we got left. Okay, we still got a lot of cards to go over. Penny Hardaway, I would say B tier. You know, Jalen Rose type of level. He's definitely not C tier. Like, he's a lot better than like a Jane Hardy and Iguodala, but you can't put the card, like, B tier is going to be our most tier for sure, because you can't put him in A tier. I just don't think you can put him on the same level as a Ben Simmons, as a Hiro Turkoglu, as an MJ. So I think both Penny Hardaways. I'm just gonna get the other one out the way. I think we gotta put both in the B tier category. Still really good at getting to the basket, have some height, and gonna be good defenders, but I do think they gotta be in B tier. Peja, I'm gonna throw same tier as Rashard Lewis. Really don't like those cards at all. Peter, I'm gonna go at least A tier. Still a great defender, 7'2" at the center position, 7'10" wingspan, and I do think he's slightly better than cards like Mo Bamba, maybe on that same tier as like a Patrick Ewing. I do think he's actually better than Ewing, and also better than Joel Embiid at the center position. Jordan Poole, I mean, I'll give him D tier, but this card really isn't that great. I'll give him D. I think he's slightly better than like a Steve Nash or Gus Williams, but honestly not going to be that great of a card. Paul George, same tier as Kevin Durant, same tier as Kawhi Leonard. Even though I went absolutely ballistic with the hero Paul George in one of my recent gameplays where I used the hero team for Chet Holmgren, he went absolutely ballistic, and you can still go crazy with Paul George. He has a capability of still scoring a lot of points and being all around a great card, but I think he's going to be in the B tier category. Michael Redd, another B tier guy, great offensively, has a really good jump shot. You know, offensively, a great budget shooting guard in my team. I think you got to go somewhere in B tier. Reggie Lewis, same tier as Karis LeVert. I think they're both going to be in C tier. Not bad budget shooting guards, just realistically not going to be too great in game. Derrick Rose, I'm going to give him... I'm gonna go C tier for Derrick Rose just because of his athleticism, you know, really good at getting to the paint. He's still one of the best slashing point guards in the game, and just really great at getting to the basket and finishing around the rim. So I'll throw Derrick Rose in the C tier category. Richard Jefferson, put him in B tier, man. Richard Jefferson is super elite at the shooting guard spot. I think he's better than Shane Battier, better than Michael Redd, kind of on that Luol Deng, you know, tier, I would say, at that shooting guard position. Ron Artest, easy A tier alongside Michael Jordan. Now, do they go in the S tier category? Maybe they do later on the video. Maybe they do go in S tier later on in the video. But for now, I think it's pretty fair to say A tier. Ron Artest, still one of the best defending point guards in the game, and does have a very good jump shot. Next card is going to be Robert Williams, his hero version. I would say C tier. I mean, he plays elite level defense, but offensively, I just think he's a little bit of a liability. Rudy Fernandez, also C tier. I do think he's like an Iguodala, you know, Jaden Hardy, Derrick Rose type of point guard. I do think he's slightly worse than all these budget point guards like Joe Ingles, Elgin Baylor, Isaac Bonga, Dyson Daniels. I think he's just going to be that one step below. Seth Curry, same tier as Jason Williams. I think he's only 6'1" at the point guard spot, just so undersized. 6'2", 6'4" wingspan. Yeah, he's just not going to be too great of a card. I'm going to throw Seth Curry in the F tier category. Shea, I'm going to throw maybe A tier. I think Shea could possibly be A. Do I go Shea A tier? I don't know. That might be gassing a little bit. I'm going to go Shea A. I really like the Shea card, at least from using him, you know, my personal experience. I know some people have mixed opinions on the card, but I really do like the Dark Matter Shea. I think I'll throw him in the A tier category. Next card's going to be Shawn Marion. Really didn't like this card when trying him out. Just jump shot super bad in my opinion. So I'm going to go C tier for Shawn Marion just because of his defense. Speedy Claxton and F. I kind of need to speed run these last couple cards. We are definitely running out of time here. But yeah, Sabonis. I'm going to go Sabonis C or B. I mean, I don't like this card, but I'll throw him in B tier just because, I mean, he's got great size, 7'3" at the center position. Yeah, I think you got to give B tier to at least Sabonis. I just personally don't like his jump shot. J.R. Smith going to be in the B tier category, obviously alongside his hero version. Great offensively, just wish he had a better jump shot. Speedy Claxton, even though it's his hero version, he's 5'11", going to have to be an F tier. Sky Labrini, I know it's crazy. He might be S tier. He's not better than KG, so he'll be A tier for now. But this card's so amazing, man. Just all around an amazing small forward. Plays great defense, great at getting to the basket, and also does have a good jump shot. Now, his normal one, his heroic, is actually a lot worse compared to his hero, but I still think he's going to be in the B tier category. Just all around a good small forward, but his hero does take that kind of next level because he's got whole new dribble sigs and a whole different jump shot. So I think the normal Scalabrini, though, going to be in the B tier category. Simbular, F tier, kind of similar to George Mirson. Can't shoot a 3-ball, has no speed. Jalen Suggs, I'm going to throw in D tier. He's not as bad as like a Seth Curry, a Jason Williams, or a Speedy Claxton, but realistically not going to be that great of a card. Tim Thomas, I would say easy S tier, the second best shooting guard right now in the game. Whether it's his normal version, the interdimensional, or whether it's the hero one, I think both got to be in the S tier category. The hero Tim Thomas, yeah, I'm just gonna quickly put him up into S tier. That's what's taking the longest, man. Is I gotta scroll all the way up just to get a card into S tier. But yeah, 6'10" at the 2, and is one of the best offensive cards in the game. So Tim Thomas definitely going to be in the S tier category. Thaddeus Young, not bad. I'm gonna throw him C tier. Robert Williams, same tier as his hero version. Like I said, great defensively, just a little bit of a liability on offense. Thurl Bailey, easy A tier card. He's got great size at the small forward position, can also play power forward, but at the 3, I mean, he's on the same tier as a Big Z, as an AK-47 at that small forward position. Tim Duncan, I'm going to say B tier, alongside like Joel Embiid. I think he's slightly worse in cards like Dirk, cards like Dwight Howard, but not a bad power forward, a lot better than I was actually expecting a Tim Duncan card to be in my team. Invincible T-Mac, debatably the best card in the game. I would say probably top 3 to 5 in my opinion, because I don't know if he's better than Yao or if he's better than Manute Bull. Also, speaking of Yao Ming, let me just go quickly put the hero Yao Ming into the S tier category, because obviously he's going to be alongside his Titans version in the S tier category. So yeah, I don't know if Invincible T-Mac is the best card in the game. I would say probably hovers around that 3 to 5 range in my opinion. Both Tony Kukocs, I'm going to throw in B tier, are really solid just all around small forward. I think he does everything well except for his jump shot. Just really wish he had a better release, because he's got great dribble sigs and great size of that small forward position. There's T-Mac, I'm going to throw in D tier. I mean, he just plays center and power forward. Thurl Bailey, I think you got to put this version also in the A tier category. There is a pretty big difference between the hero and the heroic one, but I think both still got to be in the A tier category. Tyson Chandler, I'm going to throw B tier. Around the same tier, I would say, is like a, you know, Peter Gudmundsson, a Mo Bamba, those type of cards at the center position. A really good value card, got great size at that center position. Vladimir, I'm going to go C. Really isn't that great of a card in my opinion. Will Chamberlain, I'll go B tier just because of his defense and his wingspan being 8 feet. Jared Wallace, also going to be in B tier, alongside like the Michael Reds of the world, the Richard Jefferson, a really good defensive budget shooting guard. And then the last 2 cards here of the tier list is going to be Xavier McDaniel, who I'll throw in that B tier category. Maybe I'll go Xavier McDaniel in B tier. Yeah, I think I'll go Xavier McDaniel in that B tier category. But yeah, guys, that's going to be me ranking every single card from Season 6 to get dropped in a promo pack. How many cards do we have in S tier? Let me just quickly see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think I counted 13. I'm going to move Vince Carter, and I'm also going to move Kevin Garnett, I do believe, into the S tier category. So that's going to be 15 cards in S. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my tier list? This is going to be me ranking every single card from Season 6 to drop in a promo pack. I'm just going to quickly scroll through the tiers here and let you guys know who my MVP was of Season 6. And you guys can just pause the video if you want to see where a certain card does rank and just see what cards are in each tier. So my MVP, the card that I had the most fun using, it may have not been for the entire season, but I would say Kyle Kuzma or KPJ had to have been my MVP. They're pretty much on my squad, you know, since they dropped till this day, and just so fun to use on the offensive end. And also Gilbert Arenas, he was really sneaking into that, you know, MVP territory just because of how fun he is of a point guard to use. But yeah, guys, that's going to be me ranking every single card to drop in Season 6. Definitely a long video to record, edit, all that type of stuff, even create the tier list. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you could leave a like and drop a sub if you guys are new, I would definitely appreciate it. Would help push out the video. But hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.